So for more, let's welcome an adjunct professor of Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. All right, Dan, how has the stability of global oil supply chains influenced current oil price trends?
Well, what we're seeing right now is a stable inventory of oil, and demand has been in check. So that's why we're not seeing a lot of movement related to oil right now, although it did slip a little bit, as you said. However, that can change very quickly if there's an escalation in the conflict between Israel and Iran, because you could have a situation where Israel could strike production facilities in Iran. And that, of course, would change things a lot. At the same time, Donald Trump becomes president, drill, baby, drill. So that would mean an increase in production. So could go either way here, Alex.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to quote Donald Trump. I mean, my goodness, the Biden administration has basically drained the strategic oil reserve, and then they just bought on Monday. They had replenished, I think it was over 4 million barrels of oil. My goodness, yes, Trump, if he's back in office, drill, baby, drill. Let's be energy independent. Okay, so on to mortgage rates. Oh, we talk about this almost every day, Dan, which decreased a bit this week, remaining obviously uncomfortably high for many would-be buyers, but hitting their lowest point in months. Now, the average rate on the 15-year fixed mortgage dropped to 5.99%, barely, and that it was 6.07% last week. 1 year ago, the rate on the 15-year fixed average was about 16.25%. Dan, it's still high. What impact are the current mortgage rates expected to have on the housing market and homebuyer affordability?
Well, you have a lot of things that are contingent upon each other. As we look at what's going on right now, we do have a slowing economy. So now the question becomes, is there going to be a rate cut? If there's a rate cut, yes, mortgage rates should be coming down because, yes, they're still very high. However, we still have low inventory of houses on the market. So until that starts to change, the pricing on housing is going to stay high. So we need rate cuts so that we see houses start to move and more people putting their houses for sale, get that inventory up. That's when we'll see things going back to what was a normal real estate market.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Taco Bell customers across the United States might soon notice a bit of a difference at the drive-thru. So the fast food chain's parent company, Yum Brands, announcing they are expanding their AI voice technology to hundreds of drive-thrus spanning 13 states. Yum Brands has been testing this technology for more than 2 years, and they are touting exciting new capabilities. Okay, so Dan, the jobs report comes out at about an hour from now, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. I mean, we are currently at a 4.1% unemployment rate. Hiring has slowed for the third straight month. Okay, wonderful. Let's have AI come in and take more people's jobs. Dan, what are your thoughts on this?
As it relates to fast food, this to me is a direct result of jamming that minimum wage increase down everyone's throat. So what are all these fast food restaurants doing? They are replacing people. It's the logical business direction to go in. So with that said, we're going to see more and more robotics and AI really going into this area. Now, keep in mind that McDonald's was trying this and didn't have the success that they thought they would have. Now, perhaps Taco Bell has done a lot more testing and they're more prepared to roll this out. If this is successful, Alex, you are going to see a definite slide in hiring at fast food restaurants.
Yeah, and Dan, you make a fantastic point with saying, I mean, these restaurants, especially these fast food restaurants, they cannot afford this $20 an hour minimum wage. I mean, it is just a vicious cycle. And then people complain about, well, AI is taking our jobs. You can't have it both ways. Dan Geltrude, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Alex.